Well, folks, the second hand gets to the top, we're gonna call it the meeting.
Am I the only one here today?
No, the rest of us are here too.
I'm here.
It's gonna be quick.
We hope.
Maybe, yeah.
Don't talk a lot, okay?
I won't.
Okay.
I got nothing to say.
I mean, we had to sit through the area plan meeting at 6, so.
Oh, my.
Okay, it's officially 7 o'clock and we call the July 28th meeting of the Board of Zoning Appeals, Carroll County, to order. And we'll start off with the introduction of members.
Teresa Maxwell, I represent Commissioner.
Everett Snowberger, representing Town of Camden.
Jeff Watson, representing from the area plan. Cameron Yates, executive director.
Laura Bill, Administrative Assistant.
Cindy Harmon, legal counsel.
Thank you very much. Okay, first item on the agenda is the minutes from the May 26th, 2020 meeting.
I have the minutes to approve as written.
What here?
Somebody's got a second. I don't make motions in second.
Second, what here?
Okay.
Did you read them?
Okay.
Yeah, I read them. I mean, you can, read them.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so motion's made and seconded to approve the meeting, the minutes of the meeting from May 26th, 2020 as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Let's see, next item on the agenda is special exception 2020-2 from Jeremy Starrett. You know, and Cameron, would you care to expound on whether, all the requirements were made?
Yes, the sign was posted, a couple weeks ago, the same day that Jeremy came into our office. It was properly publicized in the Carroll County Comment, and all notifications did go out, and we did not receive any, complaints, actually no calls, or anything on this, for rejection. Actually, when I go down there, I spoke to some people, and everything was positive, so all the requirements were met.
Okay. All right, Jeremy, would you like to present to us what you would like to do?
Yeah, okay. So, I bought this piece of property, a couple of years ago. This is Brewer Avenue right here. Stone Quarries right here, Washington Street runs this way. So I bought this on tax sale or commissioner sale, I don't know, several years ago. There was a guy living in a camper right here with a blue tarp over it. There was 3 mobile homes all connected right there. And I went through the legal process to evict him. I got him evicted. I got rid of the camper. I got all the mobile homes tore down, and I got it all cleaned up. And with that being said, I was wanting to build a little house on it, and it just so happened that Cam Tecumseh and I worked out an agreement, and I got a mobile home, vinyl sided shingled mobile home to come on that property. And I talked to, yeah, there it is right there. And it needs cleaned up a little bit, but I talked to Angie about it, and it had a existing septic and has city water and so forth. It was my fault. I didn't go to Cameron and get a permit because I didn't think I had to have one. So that's on me. Right, wrong, or indifferent. So anyway, I would like to put a new mobile home in here, just like this. And it's well off the setbacks, as you can see by the map there. And I'd like to put a little deck on it, on the front and the back. I have one 2 houses down, and it would be identical to it. So, anyway, that's pretty much what I would like to do. I own this one right here. It's a mobile home also, and it's been there for 7 or 8 years. I put it in, and we put a little deck on it, and it's very nice. If you drive past, it doesn't look trashy. Anyway, that's pretty much mine.
So, is it correct that is 30 feet from the property line to the front?
Yes.
What you're proposing?
No. Should be like 40 feet from the front, Bird Avenue.
Is that from the center of the street or from the?
It's from the edge.
From the property line.
It goes, that's like 50, 50.
yeah, 50 feet from
Oh, it's 50
the edge of the road, which is very close to the rest of the houses. I measured this house and one was like 48, and they're really close to the same setback, as this house, and then there's a new house here, that we built a couple years ago. And, so they're all the same setback if you walk down the road.
Have you determined where the property stakes are at?
I have not. Now, I've walked with my wheel, and I'm really close, I feel like, but I did not get a survey.
Well, there should be, correct me if I'm wrong, Jim, there should be stakes out there, shouldn't there?
There's a pin, there's 2 pins that I found.
In the road?
Railroad spikes, yes.
Okay, okay.
But I'm not a surveyor, so I don't wanna legally
And
say.
the way that he's positioned, it, he's gonna have plenty of room on both
Yeah,
sides.
so you're gonna be more than the 20, is it 20 or 25 foot front yard? This is in,
This is you one.
this is in the county, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, you want in the county,
Yes.
so,
It's a smaller mobile home, it's, I think it's 14 by, sorry,
That's okay.
14 by 60.
Yeah.
So it's not a 16 by 80 or anything like that, it's a smaller mobile home. It's very nice.
So he's got, it's 25 front, because it's not on the front driveway.
okay,
Rear 20 and side 7, so he has well over 25 feet on that
okay,
front, so.
okay. Yeah, we just wanna make sure you're not.
Oh,
not-
I'm
Not
100% with
violating
you.
the property setback requirements.
No argument, I'm happy to do whatever you need to do.
Okay. Jeff or Teresa, you have any questions for Chairman?
No, you're not.
Yep.
No, we've cleaned it into town dramatically the last 5 years.
If you could give me this one, I got a bulldozer, and I could really clean this area. You can get that at a commissioner sale for me, or?
I'm sorry, we don't have the authority to do that, you have to purchase that on your own.
Just for some clarification, I just remembered you had told me this. When it was advertised, it did say it was within the city of Delphi.
Correct.
But you and I both looked and the ordinance
And
is
you're
the
sure.
same for the city as it is for the county. So I told him that was, to me, that was a harmless error.
And we didn't get any phone calls, nobody responded to any of the letters or anything, so there was never any questions, so.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to comment, Chairman?
I think it would be very nice when it's all done. I mean, it's not gonna be, if you drive by anything else I own, it's not too trashy, so. I think it'll be a nice improvement. It's not a camper.
You're not gonna be like in the area plan commission where they're talking about.
No, it'll be up on blocks, and it'll have skirting around it, and it'll have a nice deck, and it'll have central air conditioning, and it'll have shingle roof and vinyl siding. It's gonna look nice, so. That's all I got to say, but it's up to you guys.
All right.
Anything else?
No, that's
All right.
Thank you, thank you. Okay. Are there any comments from the press or anyone else that might be here in favor or against this?
I forgot this is recorded, didn't it?
On YouTube.
Cameron, do you wanna give your report?
Sure.
Yeah.
So Jeremy Sterrett submitted an application for a special exception use on July 9th, 2020. After meeting with Mr. Sterrett, his intended use of the property was to place a new mobile home on the property he purchased through a tax sale, which he just explained. Since obtaining ownership of the property, Mr. Sterrett has cleaned up the lot, removed uninhabited structures, and prepped the area for a new home. The sign was posted, public notice was published in the comment on July 15th, 2020, and notice was sent to adjoining property owners as required. The approval would not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. The property will be improved upon, which will increase the assessed value of the property and the income of the community. The granting of the special exception would not impede the orderly development of the surrounding properties. Adequate utilities and access to the road currently exist on the property. The mobile home will be hooked to the existing septic, skirting, and a front deck addition will be added to the mobile home to create a permanent residence. For the above reasons, it is the opinion of the staff that this would not endanger the public health, safety, or morals of other community members. The staff also feels that this would improve the area and provide additional improvements to the property. The staff would also provide a favorable recommendation for the approval of the special exception.
Thank you very much.
Hard to read this thing, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Teresa, do you have any questions?
No.
You know, the,
And I move that we proceed with the questions.
yes, you may.
I move that we proceed with the questions.
Okay,
Second.
second. Motion's made and seconded. Any discussion from the board? Hearing none, call the question. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. So we will proceed with the questions. Before a special exception is granted, the board shall find, and there are a total of 5 questions or 5 items that have to be answered. And in doing this, the board needs to make a motion in the manner that it will explain why this special exception will be beneficial or not violate some of the requirements for the special exception. And the first one is that the special exception will not endanger the public health, safety, morals, comfort, or general welfare. So the motion shall demonstrate that it will not endanger those.
I move we grant the special exception as the area's already been cleaned up and he's going to put it in a much nicer home, which will be better for all of the area.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Any discussion from the board? Hearing none, call the question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The second item that has to be addressed, that the special exception will not be injurious to the use and enjoyment of other property in the vicinity, nor diminish and impair property values within the neighborhood.
What he's doing will definitely increase the value of everything after he's removed 3 mobile homes. And what he's gonna do is make it much better for everybody in the area.
Second?
So motion's been made and seconded that it's going to improve the area. Any discussion from the board? Hearing none, call the question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 3, that the special exception will not impede the normal and orderly development and improvement of the surrounding property or uses permitted in the district.
I move that we grant the special exception as he's already cleaned up the area, which will likely encourage others to clean up their area.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Any discussion from the board? Hearing none, call the question. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. The fourth item, that adequate utilities, access roads, drainage, and other necessary facilities have been or are being provided.
The street's existing, got city water there, he said the health department says the sewage is okay, so I would see no reason not to drink it.
Second?
Motion's made and seconded. Any discussion from the board? Hearing none, call the question. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. The fifth and final, that ingress and egress points are so designed as to minimize traffic congestion in the public streets.
I believe he's already got that set back farther than what the previous building was, and there are adequate streets and no congestion problems.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Any discussion from the board? Hearing none, call the question. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Jeremy, congratulations.
I can keep working then?
You have a special exception.
Cool.
You know,
It'll be nice.
you're good to go. You know, improve the northwest corner of Delphi. Well, it's not technically, it's not in Delphi, it's adjoining Delphi.
If you guys have driven down there, he started at the corner and continue to go that way. It looks a lot better, so hopefully he can
Should've
continue to
seen
go
it
all
10
the way
years
around the
ago.
block. So, definitely looks better.
You'll be the land baron of,
I don't mind it. I bought one when I was in high school about 10 years ago, a little garage that was, Steve Morris owned, and started buying them on each side ever since then, cleaned them up a little bit, and it does look real nice down there now.
playing Monopoly in the real world.
Yeah, if only I had enough money.
Except it's not Park Place.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet, but, you know, that could be one of the last prairie properties, so. Okay, so, you know, congratulations, Jeremy, you are good to go.
Thank you.
All right. Next item is director's report. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
That's all right.
I know you're busy shopping papers.
I kinda went through everything. We didn't meet last month, so it's good to have everybody back in person. A couple projects next month, we're gonna have a very busy month. We already have 3 applications for some, projects that's gonna be moving forward. Other than that, like I told the area plan, we are busy. A lot of new homes going up. A lot of lake properties that are, trying to get through with the smaller lots and stuff like that, so. Next month will be a busy month, so I need to know, I know you won't be here, so hopefully,
I'm planning on being here.
so if I have you, Jeff, and Steve, we can have, hopefully we have, maybe we still don't have a representative for City of Delphi. So I've reached out to the mayor and kind of, asked where we're at with that, so.
There's no requirement that the representative for the city of Delphi live in the city of Delphi, is there?
That's correct. BZA, we put events for.
So, that would be nice, because if someone can't be here, then we're close to voting members. Like I said, we have a busy.
You could be the representative.
Isn't there a total of
Could.
5 members
Educational.
on the BZA?
Why don't you?
So,
Steve May, and then whoever for the city.
the city of Delphi.
Really?
So hopefully Steve will be here next month.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Thank you. Cindy's report.
Pretty much just what I said for the area plan, just been working with Cameron on some of the nuisance properties and following up with letters to help fight them along. Also, you guys might, if there's anything you can think of that, would be a good idea to maybe tweak in the ordinance. We're gonna have to make changes to the ordinance and to the bylaws because of the change the legislature made, with regard to the position of the, extension agent on the board. If they're not a resident of the county, they can only be an advisory member, and so, the commissioners are going to be required to appoint a new member to the area plan, someone from the ag community, so. I know the ag association is working to try to get people to hopefully come on board there too. So if there are things that we've dealt with lately that you think might be a good idea to make a change into, it might be a good time to do it.
Now, Cindy, is that just, in relation to board of zoning appeals, or is that, are you talking about the entire zoning ordinance as a whole?
Well, because you guys have to deal with the zoning ordinance as a whole, if there's something that you had to deal with as through the BZA, that you feel it would be helpful if this was changed, it will come from you guys too.
Okay.
You see the problems more so than the APC does.
Okay. I have a couple of things that come to my mind immediately. Anything else? Okay. Additional information and concerns of the board. Jeff, do you have anything? Teresa? It has been brought to my attention that, an action that the BZA took a few years back concerning Morris property over on the, I think it's CNC Beach area. Yeah. As we granted a, I think it was a special exception, I'm doing this off of memory, it was either special exception or variance to build a pole barn, so that Mr. Morris could put his collection of auto parts, et cetera, and stuff inside and not technically be outside, and that his grandfather junkyard that would come to an end. Yeah. That went through some legal challenges in the courts, am I correct? And as a result, the building was deemed substantially complete. The occupancy permit was granted, but it's not technically being adhered to as it is. Cameron, could you make a visit to the property and give us your professional opinion on whether you feel that he is continuing to operate a junkyard? Because the whole deal with the building permit is that we would grant him the building permit, and I think it was a variance on setback requirements. And in doing so, he would then move all of his auto parts business and stuff inside, and his grandfather junkyard would then come to an end, be in compliance with all the rules and regulations as they set now. So, you know, if that's not being adhered to, then we need to initiate action so that we can give the surrounding property owners the area that we tried to obtain for them with the negotiated, I believe it was variance or whatever, so we go with that, you know. So, that's the only thing I have. Anybody else? I know that was before you.
No, I was on.
Yeah.
it.
Oh, you were on there then?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think it started before you.
It started before me, but I got to be in on the,
On the tail end, you know, well, I was in on the start, and it was very contentious at times.
yes.
Did he ever leave the doors on? You know, one time he said he wasn't gonna put doors on, or he did put doors on.
No, he didn't get doors on.
We put big curtains up for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, if all the stuff is inside, then
Substantial compliance.
substantial compliance, you know, if there are now junk vehicles or vehicles that do not operate, vehicles that do not have licensed, vehicles that are partially complete, setting outside the vehicles is the easiest one for us to enforce.
Yeah.
Because it's very specific in the rules, you know. Yeah, so, you know, then, I don't, Cindy, you would have to advise us on what the next step would be, you know, whether this is,
I'll have to pull the file and make sure what the
Okay.
original was.
okay. You know, so, you know, we at least try to be proactive for the people in the area, because they were, understanding and letting us, giving I think it was the variance on setback is what it
We
was.
did.
You know,
Yeah.
so that, he could build a building where he wanted to do, and, part of the deal was that, everything needed to go inside. So, negotiated settlement, so to speak. Okay. Anything else? Cameron? Anybody else? Jeremy? Debbie?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
No?
There you go. There you go.
Motion been made, seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Well, that's all, folks.